What's going on, guys? How we all doing today? It's Corey here, and today I'm going to be commentating over a 247 kill gameplay on the map Raid, and as you guys could probably guess, yes, this is some ground war domination gameplay. Now, certainly you guys have seen this type of gameplay plenty of times before, but be honest with me here. When was the last time you saw this type of gameplay? Because for me personally, it's been quite some time since I've seen some nice domination on Raid. Now, I know that people got tired of this back in the day, but it's been so long since we've posted a gameplay like this, and you don't necessarily need to expect a gameplay like this anytime soon, but we figured it would be nice to just do something a little throwback, and you know, gameplays like this can be fun and entertaining because they're very fast paced. 247 kills, you know how many kills he has to get every minute? I mean, I'm not going to go and do the calculations right now, right here, mental math, but seriously guys, he gets a lot of kills in a very short amount of time throughout the entirety of this gameplay. So in other words, it's just very fast-paced, and hopefully it'll be something you guys enjoy because, again, it's been a while since you've seen this sort of thing. Not claiming it's unique, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It's nice to bask in the glory days of Black Ops 2. We all rage at every Call of Duty when it's in its prime, but then once a Call of Duty passes, we can look back on it and appreciate the positives, and that's why it's nice to see gameplays like this from time to time. But anyway, guys, this gameplay is brought to you by Peaceful Chaos, and I'll tell you what, for one thing, guys, obviously he'll bring you some nice gameplays like this, but also, the man just has a smooth voice, plain and simple. You can take that any way you will, but it's just really nice to listen to his commentaries because, you know, he's got one heck of a voice. Like, I'll just be honest about it, seriously. Now, I don't know how many of you guys know who Pacific Tomb is. I mean, I'm guessing if you know Pacific Tomb, you also likely already know Peaceful Chaos. But Tomb was a guy who had 30,000 subscribers, stopped YouTube a couple of months ago. You know, he might post again at some point, who knows. I believe he's still hanging out on the Twitterverse there somewhere too. But yeah, Pacific Tomb was a guy who was pretty well known amongst the Call of Duty community. And, you know, he just had a very unique voice, and I never thought I'd hear another one like it. Peaceful Chaos sounds exactly like him, and like I said, his commentaries are just nice to listen to. So he'll bring you some nice gameplays, he'll bring you some good commentaries. Be sure to check him out, definitely worth checking out. And also, guys, let's shoot for 800 likes for this video. If we don't get there, that's alright, but you know, let's just shoot for it. See if we can get there. That would be great. That'd be fantastic. So all likes are appreciated. Definitely be sure to hit that like button. But I guess at this point, guys, my whole beginning part of the commentary spiel is over with, and we can get into the actual commentary topic. And today I want to talk about a topic that is actually really, really important to me. Like, this is something that is a huge part of my life, I guess you could say. And it's the same way with everyone pretty much, because this is just a very general topic. But anyway, I'll hop right into it. I want to talk about how we react to what other people say, and specifically when you're talking about being insulted. Now, the reason that I said that this is such a huge part of my life is just because I used to have a big problem with dealing with insults over the internet, because when you get in an argument with someone online, they can say whatever they want to say, and the internet tends to bring the worst out in people, including me. But, you know, in real life, to be honest with you guys, I rarely get into beefs with people. I don't get involved in major drama. If something really isn't that serious, then I recognize that, and I try to just resolve any type of contentious situation that I'm involved in as quickly and as simply as possible. So basically, I never let things get too serious and too tense before I just say, you know what, I'll take the high road. In real life, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a guy, so I do think I'm right in a lot of situations where I'm not, and I can be stubborn. But still, like, for the most part, if I realize something's not that serious, and I usually do, I feel like I do more so than most people, like, if something's really not that big a deal, I don't make that big a deal out of it. So while I have gotten into big arguments before, it's just, that's really rare for me. I don't get into situations where anyone really feels the need to come at me, you know, because, again, I stay out of drama, I stay out of getting into beefs with people, you know. It's so unnecessary most of the time. Don't get me wrong, if I feel really strongly about something, I'll speak my mind completely honestly, but you guys get what I'm saying. But anyway, guys, on the internet, you can't really avoid getting into a beef with someone sometimes, because you kill someone in Call of Duty, and all of a sudden, oh, you're an idiot, you're so dumb, you're the worst player ever. I mean, maybe we've all had this type of temper tantrum at least once or twice, because Call of Duty can drive you nuts. I mean, even casual gamers, Call of Duty can drive people nuts. So, you know, I used to have a big problem just realizing, like, this person doesn't matter. Like, who cares what this person says? I didn't used to be able to just think that to myself and just get over it. Like, if someone started to really come at me, like, really seriously, I would I couldn't just let it go. I couldn't. I could not do that. And I guess it's just a part of growing up and being more mature. That's what my one friend was telling me earlier when I was talking to him about it. Like, yeah, you're growing up. You're realizing that, you know, not these sorts of things don't always matter. Like when someone just insults you over the internet, you just let it go. But seriously, I just used to have such a huge problem with letting these things go. And if someone like insulted me in like a really harsh way, like really extreme way, like just so unnecessarily, I would think to myself like dude, what is your problem? You are so obnoxious. And it would just make me so tense and so upset and frustrated. Like, oh my gosh, like you have no idea what you're even saying, dude. Like, get out of my face. But now I'm being completely honest with you guys, 100%. Someone could say, like if someone gets upset with me, they could say pretty much anything they wanted to, and it wouldn't bother me in the least. Now, I'm not saying that I don't have my certain pet peeves and I never get upset over the internet anymore, because there are those moments. If someone really, really is bothering you, sometimes it's hard not to get upset. But the other day, someone insulted me in about the most extreme way I feel I've ever been insulted on the internet. And guys, I'm not exaggerating at all when I say this. It really didn't bother me, because I was like, you know, that person doesn't matter. But you know what? It's not about really, to me, this is the big part of it. And this is why it's interesting to me and why I wanted to tell you guys about this. It's not about your frame of mind. It's not about your attitude. It's not about your maturity level necessarily. Like, you can't control whether or not you care about certain things. You either care about them or you don't. It's kind of like, you know, I don't know. I don't even want to make an analogy about this, because it might end up kind of working against my point. But the main point is, guys, like if someone insults you, you either care about it or you don't. It's really not in your control. It is to some extent, like the way you react is in your control. But whether or not you care about what other people say, it's not in your control. And I can really honestly tell you guys that I've gotten to that point. I don't care what other people say. I'm not saying I never do, because again, there are those certain pet peeves that I have where someone can hit a certain spot that'll get me upset. But again, someone insulted me in about the most extreme way I could ever be insulted the other day, and it really didn't bother me in the slightest. I'm being honest, guys. You know, when someone insults somebody else and the other person's like, oh, you know what? I don't care. Then guess what? That person cares. But the reason it's different here is because, like, this person insulted me, and I ignored it. I took the high road. I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Even though I did nothing. You know, I did nothing wrong. So, guys, I know that, again, as I said, it's not really something you could control, but I think the more conscious of it you are, the more easily you can get to that point where you really don't care about what other people say. So just remember, like, every time someone insults you over the internet, just think to yourself, like, that person doesn't really know me. What they say really actually doesn't matter, because that's true. If someone doesn't know you, what they say about you actually does not matter, unless, of course, they're doing something other than just throwing words at you. But anyway, guys, hopefully you get what I'm saying. Hopefully you like the commentary. I mean, give me your own thoughts in the comments down below, and if you've experienced the same type of thought process as I have. But anyway, guys, hopefully you did enjoy the gameplay and the commentary. It's coming up to the end here. Be sure to subscribe to Peaceful Chaos once again. He's got some really nice commentaries. Be sure to subscribe to Carnage Clan for more Beast Call of Duty content. And that about does it for this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed once again, and I will see you all later on. Goodbye.
Okay, let's go. Can't nobody pump stuff like Carnage. Ha. Nobody got gameplays like Carnage. You won't see them stripes like